Hello again and welcome to Tips with Andrew. I am Andrew Sapiano. Thank you so much for joining me on this happy Saturday evening. I hope you guys are having an awesome weekend so far. Hope you guys are rocking it out, had a great week, and are relaxing and enjoying your weekend. Just a quick update, my course that I am creating on weight loss for beginners, 5 hidden secrets on how to lose weight fast, definitely is almost done. If you're interested in joining, early bird access, getting some input on the last little finishing touches, drop me a comment, send me a message. We'll get you rocking and rolling. Let's get right into today's topic. What I wanted to talk a little bit about is mental wellness, habits to incorporate or that you can incorporate to, sort of up your mental health, wellness. Mental wellness is one of those things, mental health, that we always sort of want to improve, work on, if you will. Some things that you want your mind to be as focused, as strong as possible, and that's where I want to come in and help you out. I've got some tips that help me sort of on a daily basis that I like to incorporate. Maybe not all day or not every day, but as much as I can, right? So you're looking to up your mental health game, mental wellness. Be more focused, be less stressed, all that stuff, right? That's all incorporated into your mental wellness. So that's where I want to come in, give a couple tips that help me. I hope they help you. Let's get right to it. Tip number 1 is to walk outside. This is really great. You want to make sure that you're walking outside because you want to get into nature, into the elements, get that fresh air, the sun, the vitamin D, all that goodness, right? I read something somewhere that when you get outside with nature and you're just by yourself, it's actually really good for calming, relaxing, sort of taking your mind off of the daily hustle and bustle and really getting in touch with yourself and what's going on with you and how you're feeling in that moment, all that stuff. And that's going to be really beneficial to sort of narrow it down, right? What is actually going on, compartmentalize is the word I'm looking for. What you're actually thinking about, what you're feeling, what's going on. And when you walk outside, you got everything there that makes you feel better, right? What you're really looking for is to feel better, a little bit of happiness, right? So when you're outside, today was especially a great example. The sun was shining. It was a little bit on the cold side up here in Canada. It was really windy, a little bit of a wind chill, but the sun was shining. Everything about the day looked nice. There was a little bit of snow on the ground, so it had that nice little glow to it. And that's the stuff that makes you feel good, right? Makes you feel happy, makes you feel better about yourself. Makes you want to do more, right? That's what you're looking for more than anything, the motivation to keep going. So walks outside, get in touch with nature, definitely going to be great. Tip number 2 is to go to bed 30 minutes earlier. This is very beneficial because you want to make sure that you're getting your sleep. One of the things that I read was that the best investment you can make in your health is 8 hours worth of sleep. So if you're not getting 8 hours, the best thing you can do is to go to sleep 30 minutes earlier, right? You can't always sleep 30 minutes later, depending on the type of job that you do, what's going on in your life, and all sorts of other factors that happen. Staying in bed 30 minutes later isn't always an option, right? But going to bed 30 minutes earlier and making a habit of going to bed 30 minutes earlier, this actually really helped me in terms of setting a clock. Your sort of biological clock that you want to set to get things done at a certain point every day, right? We're creatures of habit. We like to do things on a schedule every day. That's the way that we work. That's the way that we perform at our best, right? If you will. So when you go to sleep at a set time every night, and when you schedule your brain to be sleeping or sleepy at that certain time, it's going to help you to wind down and to be sort of in that restful state when you need to be to go to sleep. And this This is a great way to, like I said, help get more sleep in the day. If you're one of those that aren't sleeping for 8 hours or at least 7 hours, I think I heard, you want to definitely do what you can to get more. And as I mentioned before, it's not always easy to stay in bed later, right? So what we want to do is to go to bed earlier, and that way we can get a little bit more towards the amount of sleep that we're looking for. Side note, I did read that if you are not tired, don't go to sleep, because the worst thing you could do is just lay there and toss and turn. When you're sleeping, you want to be tired and sleeping, right? So if you're not tired, don't go to bed. But at the same time, do what you can to have that set time that you're going to bed every night. And do what you can to get that the more restful sleep, right? That REM sleep, that's what you're looking for. The rapid eye movement, where you're just sort of in that blissful, restful environment and sleeping throughout the night. My next tip is to think positive. Positive thinking is a very beneficial thing towards everything in your life. If you're not thinking positive and you're just thinking negative all the time, negative stuff is going to happen to you. I did hear a story. This is actually one of my favorite stories regarding the power of positive thinking. This one guy, he had a brain injury, and he was, brains all scattered and rattled and everything. And what they did was he was just a vegetable. Couldn't do anything, and he was laying in the hospital bed, and what they did was they just played him comedy movies all day, every day. To stimulate the laughing sensation in his brain, right? Releasing the endorphins, all those good kind brain chemicals. But all they did was just have him laughing all day, every day. What happened was his brain actually, it ended up recovering, and he's, as far as I know, I don't know the ending of the story, but as far as I know, he's good now. Everything, it fixed itself, if you will. It sort of regenerated all of his brain neurons and everything just from smiling and thinking, and the positive thinking all day, every day. That's the power of, what your brain can do when you give it the tools that it needs, if you will. Positive thinking, positive affirmations. I am great. I am awesome. I am the ruler of my day. Thank you, John. That story was amazing. I like it. I like that story in terms of the power of positive thinking, and how if you don't really know what to do, all you have to do is just think positive. Positivity will go a long way in just forming everything. The power of thought will form anything, right? Anything that comes to fruition is at first a thought. So if you're thinking positive and positivity, another story is just actually the power of two vegetables in the fridge. One vegetable, I think positively, but I'm still on the line. You're positively on the line. Yes, you are. You are the line. Yes, you are. My other story is there's two vegetables in the fridge, and one vegetable gets talked to nicely every day. You are a great vegetable. You're the best vegetable. I love eating vegetables like you because you make me feel awesome. The other vegetable didn't get talked to very nicely. You are a dumb vegetable. I do not like you. Vegetables are stupid. This vegetable is not going to be good. The one vegetable ends up being nice and prosperous. The other vegetable actually rots away. So, that's really cool in itself. Think positive things will happen. My next tip is to become a label reader. This has a lot to do with food consumption. Food consumption is mental wellness. Food is health. If you're not eating properly, you are not feeling the best, and you're not really thinking as clearly as you could. Which vegetable am I in that story? You can be whatever vegetable you want, John. That's the benefit of power of positive thinking. Whatever vegetable you want to be, that's what you are. where was I? Become a label reader. Read labels, figure out what you're putting in your body, the type of nutrition that you need. One of the things about reading labels is you'll actually come to understand what is happening with the food that's coming into your body. So not only how many calories or stuff like that that's in the label, but also the percentages of what is going into your body per day. I remember I was looking at a box of soup yesterday, and I was looking at the labels and I was reading them, and I'm going, oh yeah, you know, 1%, 2%, blah, blah, 38% of sodium. I was like, holy Moses. So in this one bag of soup is 38% of my daily recommended sodium. Wow. Wow. That's the power of label reading, understanding what you're doing to yourself. If you're putting 38% of your sodium in your body at once, it's not a bad thing. It just means that you have to understand that you're already almost halfway your sodium. Wow. Wow, indeed. That's what I said. You're already almost at half your sodium with that one bag of soup. So, not that it's bad for you, but just understand it, right? You're going to need to, this is where the benefit of label reading comes in, because now you know you're at 38%, right? We'll call it 40% just for a nice easy number. 40%. So now you have the whole day left for 60%. Now, what that means is we're going to have to not necessarily cut out foods. We definitely don't want to cut out foods. We want to keep eating because our metabolism gets boosted, right, when we're eating, and we don't want to not eat. We want to just understand that we need to shift a little, pivot a little in how we're eating, what we're consuming. At this point, a lot more vegetables than we were thinking that we were going to at the beginning of the day. Now, also, if you're having soup, maybe, not always, but you're doing it at the end of the day. And I keep picking on soup. This is just something that's in the forefront of my mind. But at the end of the day, you're having 40% of your sodium intake. So, what that means is that throughout the day, you should have only had 60%. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. But that's something to keep in mind for next time. That's the power of being a label reader, where it comes into, right? So now you know for next time that either A, we need to cut down sodium from somewhere else, or B, maybe let's not have soup. My next tip is to smile more. I like this. John will like this one too, because he doesn't do enough smiling and we need him to smile more. Smiling actually burns more calories or it takes more muscles to smile than it does to frown. So you're actually burning more calories when you smile. This is one of the things I love more than anything. This goes along with my power of positive thinking. When you smile, you can't help but be happy automatically. No matter where you are in your day, what you're doing, how bad the line is. When you smile, you can't help but forget about things just for a split second. That's what we're looking for. Just for a split second, you know, you get I smile like that most of the time. Yeah, totally. But when you smile, you just, and you give off that ray, right? That aura that you're just happy to be around, and you're not really there just for selfish reasons, right? You're a welcoming person. You're happy to be around. You're nice to be around, and it really does come off, right? But it's also good for your brain. When you smile, you send a signal to your brain signifying that you're happy. This is one of the things that is interesting with your brain, is your brain doesn't actually understand really time or space or anything like that. So when you smile, your brain just thinks you're happy, right? You don't smile when you're pissed off normally, but when you're happy, you're smiling. So, but when you're happy, you're smiling, and your brain releases the endorphins. What is it? The dopamine, serotonin, the happy chemicals that get released, and therefore you're automatically happy because your brain doesn't understand the situation. It just understands that you're smiling, so you must be happy, and you're burning calories because you're using more muscles. I love it. It's amazing. My next tip is to practice gratitude. and I love this one, and this one was really big for me because I didn't really understand this one, is when you practice gratitude, you get more coming to you. When you're grateful for what you have and you're thankful for what you have and what you are and what you've been and where you've been, you show gratitude, you portray, thanks, right? That's when more can come to you, when you can have more, when you can be more, when you can do more. When you're grateful for what you have, what you are already. You can't become more, you can't have more if you don't appreciate what you already have. So practicing gratitude, every day is a great way to be. But every time that you remember, don't get so down on yourself because we're thinking positive. Remember, we're smiling. Don't get down on yourself, but whenever you can, right? 3 things that you're grateful for, 3 things that you're thankful for, that you love in your life, that you're happy is in your life, that you couldn't live without, right? It's not that hard. And even if it is that hard, just write down the same 3 things, right? And then eventually you're going to find something else to be grateful for, right? Health, prosperity, all sorts, anything, right? The fact that we're living, we have a job, we have health, we have food that we can have, we have vegetables that we can make stories out of. The only thing I'm missing is the Habs hosting the Cup. Well, some other people want to be happy, right? Not everybody can have what they want. But, and actually most people are missing a Leafs Cup too. So, I mean, I'm sorry, Jeremy, I can't hear you with all the rings in my ears. Sorry, off topic. But practicing gratitude is great for allowing more, like I said, more to come into your life, more to be in your life. And when you're grateful for what you have, you are allowing yourself to come to step into more, to receive more, to sort of open that proverbial door to a better life, right? A better way of thinking, mental clarity. Try it. It's awesome. And then my last tip, more than anything, is essential oils. I love using essential oils for everything in my life, and mental clarity, happiness, de-stressing, all sorts of emotional things are great with essential oils. One of the best ones is lavender. Lavender is actually one of the most popular oils in the world. Great for calming, relaxing, sort of promoting that restful experience. When we're talking about going to bed and sleeping, lavender is great for calming you down, relaxing. I actually love the smell of this one. This one's actually interesting because a lot of people don't like the smell of lavender, and what they most likely don't like is the synthesization of the lavender. Lavender is actually one of the most synthesized oils in the world. So you probably don't like the chemicals that you're smelling in it. And when those people smell pure lavender, they more often than not really like the smell of it. My next oil is Roman chamomile. I love this one. This one is actually it's got that calming and uplifting scent to it. Yes. Just love that smell of that one. The ancient Romans used to use Roman chamomile oil before they would go into battle to help promote mental clarity and strengthen their sort of emotional balance, if you will. And then my last oil is actually a blend of oils that I made. It's called Mood Swinger. I called it, I self-named that. It is what it is. But it's got oils in there that are calming, relaxing, as well as uplifting and invigorating. I thought this one was very good because a lot of times when we're talking about promoting mental clarity, mental healthness, we are talking about either A, de-stressing, or B, getting up out of depression and stuff like that. So when I like this one because it's got a little bit of both. It's got the calming and the uplifting and invigorating if you're sort of in that down state, and the calming and relaxing if you're sort of in that up, that high, always going state. So that's where I really like this one. And that's where I called it the Mood Swinger, because whatever mood you're in, it can swing you back and forth to whatever mood you need to be in. And I also put that in there because sometimes when you're talking about mental health and mental clarity and mental wellness, whatever you want to talk about, whatever you want to call it, you do what you like, what interests you, right? This blend, I put it together because I really like it and it really makes me feel good. So if I'm ever feeling down, obviously I'm going to do something that makes me feel good. This blend of oils makes me feel good. I like it, so therefore it promotes more mental health, mental wellness, right? That's all I got for you for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you guys were an awesome audience. Feel free to share this with your friends, family member, perhaps somebody from your team that you feel needs to hear this. If you'd like to learn more about essential oils or how to get your hands on some of the cool stuff I'm talking about, or how to get early bird access into my weight loss course, 5 secrets revealed for losing weight, definitely drop me a comment, send me a message. That's all. I can't give you everything, not all in this video. Come back next time. You guys have a wonderful Saturday evening. I look very much forward to talking to you again. I love you guys. Bye for now.